Let me ask this question because it's the other one that occurs to me as we're just getting started. So you identify as a Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
So
I do.
But that party identification in general is declining, right? Aren't more voters identifying themselves as independents rather than members of the Democrats or the Republicans?
Yeah, that has been true over time. I mean, it's not changing a lot right now, but that has been a big sea change in the last half century. How many voters choose to identify themselves as independent rather than partisans of one of the parties? But one thing political science research has typically shown is that even though most independents actually lean toward one or the other party when pushed, and their voting behavior is comports with that. They generally do tend to vote mostly Democratic or mostly Republican, but nevertheless, it is of significance that they're uncomfortable enough with a party identification that they choose not to have one. And that does reflect the ways in which ordinary voters have become detached from and don't love any particular party. In fact, there's a whole stream of political science research, Robert, which basically says what we're driven now by is not partisanship, but negative partisanship. Mm-hmm. In other words, if I'm a Democrat, it's mostly because I hate the Republicans. If I'm a Republican, it's mostly because I hate the Democrats. Right. So I do think that explains a lot about where Americans are today and their attitude toward the parties and why so many choose to be independent.